Hi, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do a weekly collective reading for the week of January 27th through February 2nd. It is the final week of January. How has your month been? What a year so far. Some people have mentioned it feels like 10 years in the first month. Am I right? This week we have finally the inaugural lunar calendar year in the Chinese zodiac. So happy New Year, all of you. We are officially in a brand new year this year, starting on the 29th, which coincides with the Aquarius new moon. This is going to be an important week for all of us to really release the limitations in the past, whatever held you back, whatever tweaking you need to do internally to let go of anything that you know you need to shed. Because this is a season that we're entering, an era, right, where we are being asked to welcome renewal and embrace the dance of transformation. New moons are always a time to plant seeds and nourish them. We take a look at new projects, relationships, collaborations that are rooted in a shared purpose. So look at the bigger picture of what your rest of your year wants to encompass, because this is the first new moon of the year and it's a very important one. And with Aquarius, it is about envisioning a new reality, right? Breaking free from old patterns, releasing them once and for all, any attachment we have. We're also taking a look at the systems that we participate in and the structures and how they shape our reality. And does it align with our vision and our ideals? So a lot of self-reflection. The energy of the new moon is also going to ask us to step out of our comfort zones, release any fears about standing out from the crowd and going against the grain. I think there's a little bit of a revolutionary aspect to this new moon. I think that it's about valuing any changes that we need in order to move forward and what's going to compel us to actually act on those changes, not just sit on the sidelines. This is about, I'm not talking about collectively, I'm talking about our individual lives. What do you want to recreate, reshape? Who do you want to be working beside? Who do you want in your next journey? What is aligned with your values and beliefs? And what feel into it? What feels right? Because it's about creating the reality you envision. And take some time this week because of this Plutonian shift that we've been going through as well. It's all deep transformational work, as well as this I do believe there's a trine with Jupiter as well going on. So this is the planet of expansion and looking at what we want to grow, what we want to nourish. So with that being said, enjoy the new moon. I highly encourage anyone and everyone to do specific activities on the actual day of the new moon and the day of the full moon. If you could start that precedent this year, if you've never done it, it's a good way to check in with yourself. There's all kinds of things you can do. I'm not going to prescribe anything, but you can go online, just Google, and see what kind of ritual appeals to you. Now, because I feel like this is encompassing the scope of the new, whenever I want to enter into a new arena, it requires kind of surrendering a bit of a part of myself that wants to resist change. So I thought that it would be good to read from the prophetess, my favorite little poet these days. I just can't give her up. She is part 2 of The Prophet. If a lot of you have read Khalil Gibran, his work, she decided, and she was tapped by him and spirit to go deeply into our collective wound around the divine feminine and to speak on things around the existence of our own existence and what it means, all these words. So she's going to talk about, and I'm going to read for you a passage on surrender. A passage on surrender. So let's get started. And then after I read this, we're going to do the reading portion and all the other goodies you're used to seeing for this weekly series. All right. Speak to us of surrender, and the prophetess spoke. Like a rushing river, life longs to flood its refreshment through your being and carve out the canyons of your past. It longs to stir up old sediment without judgment or guilt and carry it away on its impartial currents. Be clay in the hands of the seasons. Let them shape you as they please, and see how little you can object to every twig and flower and frostbite that mold into you. Be emptied of everything you know and think you know, and pulse with that emptiness like our raw mass of earth before it was sophisticated into shape and name. Your prayers can be simple. Grace, just let me know I'm here and that you're involved. Our controlling ways are actually quite crude compared to the way grace works. Look how the earth has let herself go, and somehow the flower is drawn. Our willpower, all that efforting, is astoundingly weak compared to the easeful way beauty shares herself through the form of hummingbird, or perfectionism. Our perfectionism is a rough attempt compared to the wild order of the leaf. There's an elegance in timing that nothing can teach you so well as spring. The way she summons flowers open with the magical finesse of light, her touch never skipping over the face of even one buttercup. It's hard to trust the sun when you've been gone from her for so long. I know, but spring is an eternal season. Her vitality is perennial, and she is not an abandoner. Be patient with your flowering, dear one. The agony of waiting is part of the blossom. It's not our fear, our anger, our pain, our loss we can't bear. It's receiving love in its fullness. For that is our final surrender, our death, the laying down of our control. It's what baffles every strategy in the mind that wanted to think itself so impressive in its myriad ploys. Every drama we play out is the skittish hesitation before the door to love's great temple. The one question lovers should ask themselves is, how deeply am I willing to let love subsume everything in its way on the path to my heart? Surrender says, put me amid life's simplest things that give their lives to blossoming without reaching for a name. Position my gratitude such that my heart gets much of its needs met from sunlight, and open me in a way that I may receive the deep communion and nourishment of silence. God, remove from me all obstacles that I may remember the great laughter that I am. May I settle into belonging here in the humble majesty of the verdant, breathing cathedral of this earth. May I want for no spiritual mastery, but to be porous like the soft earth to the rain, and to receive whatever amount of grace this small heart is able to bear. Surrender asks that you never again attempt the arrogance of trying to conquer another's heart, but rather become a great ally to its freedom. This is Surrender's prayer. Dear God or Goddess, if you please, no more of this distance. Plant yourself in my body. I want nothing but to be alive with the movements of wild grace. So be alive with the movements of wild grace this week and see what happens. It is when we're looking at visions and ideas and planting seeds and collaborating and our new reality and shedding the past and changing our beliefs, transforming internally. It does require us to go with grace and surrender and let go of any resistance we have. Let's see what we have here. I've got a new deck, Queen of the Moon Oracle. Let's see what comes up for the week. One more shuffle. Call Spirit in. Got lots of decks today. Can't wait to see what we get into here. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over the reading, this reading for the collective. Okay. All right, let's see what the Queen of the Moon has to say. And I am going to need my glasses. Purity. Now, isn't that a winter scene? It's the snow moon. How perfect. Number 30. Number 3. Body, mind, and spirit. There is something that looks very pure. Look at how she's opening up the figure right there. She's opening up, almost stretching her body open in an act of surrender. This is a good time to really purify yourself of who you find yourself to be at this position and time in your life, and be open to what Spirit wants to bring you. I think it's powerful when we release any fixed ideas of who we are, because it allows us to see ourselves differently. And I think that's the dance of life. The way you saw yourself at 10, 20, 30, 40, isn't it different? I feel there's some sort of need to shed the old, shed the attachment to the past, purify yourselves this week. Now we have nourishment. Wow, look at that. There is water flowing from the moon. Look at that. It's almost like we're being washed clean in this new moon energetically. And it's revealing all of these wonders of our universe. You know, it's almost reminding me of that parade of planets that we just had, this beautiful grand alignment in the skies. There's some sort of, I'm getting like, it's interesting too, this is coming up. Maybe it's the influence of watching. I watched Bjork's Cornucopia last night, her new documentary. And it was just like the stunning visual artistry with her music. And she's way beyond our time, this musical genius. But her interpretation of Cornucopia is that life is full of this richness, but you have to look for it, right? Because we're creators. So there's this nourishment. Once we strip away and we're washed clean of our belief system of who we see ourselves to be and the world itself at large. And we look at, it's like one of my favorite quotes, you know, it's not about, you know, seeking new landscapes, it's about having new eyes. So there's nourishment that's coming from the earth at this time, and it feels like an energetic vibrational wave that could really feel emotional for a lot of people this week as we purify. It's almost like I'm getting like a 10 of Wands kind of Ace of Cups experience, you know, where we release and surrender the old and allow the moon to do its work for us. Love that. What else wants to come through? And what does that mean? It means trust. Surrender does mean trust. And look as the duck trusts that as she follows her instincts, right? And she sits on the nest and she's patiently waiting and she nourishes what she's designed to do, right? We are designed to love one another, to be ambassadors of kindness, and to trust in the unfolding of each season and the unfolding of each day and just be open, right? There's an act of surrender here and the purification of the past, right? Breaking free from old patterns is the first step. Then we let in what's meant for us and we open our hearts to the flow and we're nourished by it. And then we surrender. And this is the great cosmic egg. What are we birthing? And it's time to nurture these things, folks. Not just think of it. It's time to nourish it and nurture it. Because that's the vision of the future. We have to take responsibility for it. So whatever it is that you want to be creating that is new, this is the time. And a lot of this is around our ideals, around our partnerships, and around our families, around our communities, around where we work, where we play. I love this. This feels like a really beautiful, grounded week if we allow the energies to unfold as they should. Don't get in the way of them, because this feels like a really beautiful cleansing of 2024 and a hopefulness and a trust in the surrender that we will be nourished along the way. Again, I'm getting that go with grace. Go with grace. All right. I'm going to put these up here in case you all want to zoom in and look at them at any time. I just feel like they're nice to have out. We will leave them here. And now let's get into the tarot and see what's happening. I might need to grab my glasses so they're not. There we go. Okay. Let's move into the tarot. Where are we going? Yeah, the old faithful. Light Seers is the one. A lot of you. I'm sure most tarot readers of modern era would say that the Light Seers tarot is it's a great deck. All right. Woof. Yeah. Move swiftly, strategically. We've got the Five of Pentacles influencing the Seven of Swords. So, again, releasing, cutting away at things we know we can't trust. Situations we can't trust. Investments we can't trust. Okay. Questioning the systems and structures we participate in. Removing the wounds that prevent us from opening up our hearts fully to joy and harmony in our most precious bonds. Three of Swords, Ten of Cups. All right. Let's get the energies for the week. Overall, general energy for the week, Spirit. for the collective. Ooh, I love that. Walk in integrity, walk in truth, King of Swords, masculine energy. And look at this. I love this card in this deck because he's surrounded by all of these winged messengers. Some of you might be getting some bird messages this week, and it's about the path ahead around new ideas. This is the maturation of what we envision in our mental landscape. Again, very Aquarian. Because Aquarian is right after Libra, where in the air pocket of energy, where we take those higher ideals, but then we marry it with the collective. So it's not just about your thoughts and ideas. It's about, let's shape them. Let's map them out. Let's create something here. So we have this really strong air energy influence this week around ideas, and also protection with these winged messengers and getting messages and downloads. We have the owl. We've got the bat. So a lot of transformation. We have the crow. Oh, there we go. And it's sideways. The devil. This has been coming up a lot in the February readings. We really are taking a look at anything that's limiting us. And it feels like it's when we overthink things, when we overanalyze things. Spirit's saying it wastes so much time. And I know that sometimes we got to work things out in our brains, but once we do that, we disconnect from our hearts. We do. Can you feel your heart when you're thinking a million thoughts about something? No. You're thinking, not feeling. Oh, I love it. Seven of Cups came out in reverse. So it makes your emotions settle when you don't overanalyze. It's like, I feel like this week, it's like the choice has already been made. And where are you lying here in your integrity and your truth? And where are you willing to say, you know what? I'm going to follow grace. I'm not going to be afraid. I'm not going to let any fears get in the way. I'm going to surrender. And I'm going to make a choice. This is coming out of indecision and confusion. This is, I see the path clearly and I know what I'm going to do. Seven of Cups in reverse. I love that. So make clear decisions this week, because you have this opportunity. If you free yourself from any limiting belief pattern around what you're deciding to do, it's going to just be easy. And we have the year of the snake here too. Look at that, making its presence known. I love that. Okay, nice. Last three. And they said this is more what you don't see coming. If you follow this roadmap, right, of standing in your truth and integrity, speaking up. You know, the King of Swords is a great orator. They speak truth. They're a good storyteller. They're philosopher. It's very Aquarian, you know, thinking of the bigger picture, sharing your ideas with others. It's that dialogue, too, when you start to talk to people about what you want to do and how their energy influences it, and then you co-create together. So I do think that this week, be motivated by what you're thinking, but not to the point where you're in analysis paralysis. And don't stay in indecision too long. And drop any fear you have. If you're wanting to break out of some paradigm in your life, breaking free of any limitation, that's how you do it. You get clear and decisive. No one wants waffling for too long about a situation. All right. Okay. And a lot of us are looking at our love connections, our love bonds in general, and how can we succeed in feeling more connected to the people we care about. And this truly is, and we've got the Two of Cups with the Six of Wands. This is what you don't see coming. Page of Wands, freeing yourself, lightening up the energy, not responding from a place of woundedness or pain or guardedness. You're getting a green light that our victory here as a collective this week, as we face this new moon in this lunar calendar year, the year of the snake, rebirth, transformation, renewal, a reformation of our worldview and our individual views of our lives. We have the opportunity to see it through. I'm getting it. See it through. Because the Nine of Wands is like, I'm tired. I've had to put up boundaries. I've learned a lot along the way. And you know, there's a time to be serious and there's a time to be playful. And this is a week to be playful, to make the decisions you know that you need to make, to stop holding yourself back in fear, and to make decisions around what's going to help you succeed in feeling more connected to your life and to the people around you. I'm going to clarify. You know, it's interesting. The only major we have is the devil. I just heard the devil's in the details. So some of you are making decisions around, am I going to, commit to this thing? Am I going to really do this? Despite, a little trepidation. Spirit's saying, just go with it, flow with it, right? Page of Wands. And surrender. Open up. See what happens. That's what I'm getting here. Why is this devil here? Why is the devil here? It's sideways. We could have these energies. I'm getting that. They just said that these energies lingering from Capricorn season that started in Capricorn season. Queen of Wands, Three of Pentacles. Build it. Build it. Build it with vigor. Build it with passion. Don't let anything hold you back from what you want to create. The people will come. I love it. There's a lot of personal growth too around feeling more vibrant, more vital. Nourish yourselves. Why is the devil here for the week? Sideways though, so I'm not too worried about it. Temperance. Patience. Patience. And blending, co-creating. This is our internal reality with our external reality. And I've been talking about this a lot. Like, what do we need to transform internally in order to create the reality we envision? And usually it's something holding us back, which is called a limiting belief or a past attachment, right? Releasing an attachment to something that you know you need to let go of. And that's the devil. It's like, hold on to me. I'm going to suit you. I'm going to help you get through it. But usually it forms as a block, Nine of Wands. Now, there's a time and place for boundaries, but the Nine of Wands for me is feeling worn out by a situation and knowing, okay, what do I need to come back into balance with myself? And what decisions do I need to make? And what decision am I postponing or delaying? I'm telling you, this is the week where if you want to initiate new, it's about taking clear, decisive action and standing in your truth and integrity. And you will be victorious. I always say this to myself too. If I wasn't afraid, what would my choice be? And if I was afraid, what would my choice be? And then you just kind of look at both sides. I'm overly analytical though, but there is this weighing out the pros and cons here I'm seeing. I love it. A lot of this has to do with our deep bonds. Six of Cups with Temperance. These are deep, deep soul bonds, our contractual bonds, and the Three of Pentacles. I love it. And the Ten of Cups. Wow. A lot of us are aligning with our destined connections that you want with you. Like, you're coming with me on this new enterprise. Like, come on, get in this, car, boat, plane, whatever vehicle you're in, or chariot. We don't have that here, but I see this beautiful energy by you being clearly decisive and dropping the fear and standing in your truth and integrity. You let love rule the day, folks, and you succeed and you overcome the fatigue of some people are feeling like they want to put up walls or boundaries around the very thing that they desire. And so I think what you're going to see this week, interestingly enough, is this stepping forward, however timidly here, as she's stepping forward, just putting one toe in the water. Like, I'm going to try. I'm getting this feeling of, I'm going to try. I'm going to try. So now this could be in anything you're planting new seeds in. Try. Just try, right? And you may be surprised by what energies are there to join you and greet you in that trying, especially when it comes to our deepest connections. There's so much harmony and happiness that we're shifting into, but it is a matter of tweaking that internal reality, right? I'm getting a really beautiful energy of surrender here, you all. It's really sweet because, I mean, when you get the temperance, I clarified the devil. It's like if you weren't afraid, you would have balanced energy, right? Co-creating a lot of growth, deep, soulful bonds you cherish. So much harmony and happiness. I mean, it's wild that I clarified the devil with the temperance, the 3 of cups, the 6 of cups, and the 10 of cups. 3 of pentacles. I mean, co-create with the people you know. Just feel right. They just feel right, right? Look for people that stand in their truth and integrity. Some of these people are new. Some of these people are old. But the energy is shifting because you're shifting. All right, now let's go into the Intuitive Whispers Oracle. I'm going to get, this is the self-care for the week. Whoa, I knew it. I knew this was going to come out. Feel, don't think. And look at, this is the balance of both hemispheres of the brain, because when we become overly analytical and logical, where's the heart in that? So this is about balance, tempering the energies. I love it. Let's read this lion. Look at that mighty lion and look at that heart chakra. In our fierceness, hear us roar as a collective as we wake up and we decide, you know what? I'm going to align with my visions and ideas. And who's coming with? Come on, let's do this thing. This is dream building, y'all. Dream building. Number 4. All right. To connect fully to your intuition, you must first stop thinking and instead feel into your body. The mind is a thinking machine designed to analyze the past and predict the future. It is supposed to filter our experiences, but it can often make decisions based on past experience rather than intuition. It is by feeling back into the body that you can begin to discover what is right for you in the present moment. It's time to let the mind rest and tap into the innate wisdom, your intuitive whispers that lies deep within you. You will know when you have arrived into feeling when everything seems clear and unwavering. 7 of Cups in reverse. How to feel, not think. This is a great exercise. Find a comfortable seated position and close your eyes. Take 8 rounds of box breathing, which is 4 seconds inhaling, 4 seconds holding, 4 seconds exhaling, 4 seconds holding. Move your awareness to your toes and scan upward through your body. You know, this would be good for the new moon. This is your exercise. Feel, don't think. Do that this week on the 29th. All right. So once you do the 4, 4, 4, 4, interesting, right? 4 4s. Thank you, Spirit. You might be looking at a lot of 4s this week, which is Spirit saying you're on the right track. All right. They're giving you a guide map here for you made the right call. So once you move your awareness into your toes and scan upward through your body, slowly feel into every part of yourself, inviting the muscles to soften as you do so. From this place of deep relaxation, check in with how your body feels. Let your body respond through feeling. Let your body do the talking this week, all right, you all? Feel like it's going to help you. Feel, don't think. I love that guidance. Powerful. All right, now, what are we going to do next? I'm going to read from Mark Nepo, and then we're going to talk about a Master of Light for the week. Actually, I'm sorry. I got to do one more thing. Let's get some advice. We're just bouncing all over the place. I woke up the other morning, and my daughter was like Eeyore. She was grumpy. And I woke up like Tigger. I feel like I'm having a Tigger day. Can you all feel me on that one? Is it a Tigger Monday for you all? If you see this on the day it's posted. You know, when I originally did this series, it was to help give people like a little, let's go for it this week for work. Like, we can do this. But now it's kind of morphed into a little bit more. All right, let's see. What is the advice for the week, Spirit? Which we kind of did with the feel, don't think, but let's extrapolate. I don't ever use that word. Let's extrapolate. King of Pentacles, rooted and grounded, safe, secure. We want to feel safe, secure, right? Make decisions that make you feel more safe and secure. I love it. That's what we're after, right? We want to experience happiness and joy, but we also want to feel safe and secure. Another 10 of Cups. Y'all, this is going to be a good week. I'm doing my happy dance, okay? The advice is do the things that make you feel rooted and grounded, all right? We're in transition as a collective. It's time to rely. We have King of Pentacles to the Six of Swords to the Four of Wands to the Ten of Cups. So, what does this mean? Our advice for the week. It means that invest in yourself deeply. You're in a transition, individually and collectively. We are headed more towards a rite of passage where we are going to feel the fullness of our divine right to be in flow of the emotional current of love and happiness and union, happy family, happy life. There's a lot of joy to be had this week amongst our deepest, deepest bonds, right? I feel like we're headed straight for the promised land here. If you envision it, it's like, it really is. If you dream it, they will come, right? I swear I've walked into this most dreamlike life for myself, but it took a lot of work. It took years of foundational effort. So whatever you're working on building, don't give up, okay? It takes time to cross the great divide between the past and the future. But if you have to hold that ideal, right, of the perfect home, the perfect mate, right, the perfect feeling, we're heading for it. So don't give up on your biggest aspirations and your biggest currents of feeling, because no matter what we do in life, it's how we feel that matters. So that's some beautiful advice, Spirit. Now let's go into Mark Nebo. We're going to read for the 27th for the day, which I always do every Monday. Let's see what he has to say. Ooh, it's about kindness. January, oops, I got all these bookmarks. Okay, we have Being Kind, part 2. I guess part 1 was yesterday, but we're not going to read that. We love what we attend. Mawalemu Imara. I hope I said that right. We love what we attend. There were 2 brothers who never got along. One was forever ambushing everything in his path, looking for the next treasure, while the first was still in his hand. He swaggered his shield and cursed everything he held. The other brother wandered in the open with very little protection, attending whatever he came upon. He would linger with every leaf and twig and broken stone. Interesting how the prophetess spoke about that. He blessed everything he held. The little story suggests that when we dare to move past hiding, a deeper law arises. When we bear our inwardness fully, what is she doing? She's laying herself bare. When we bear our inwardness fully, exposing our strengths and frailties alike, we discover a kinship in all living things. And from this kinship, a kindness moves through us and between us. The mystery is that being authentic is the only thing that reveals to us our kinship with life. In this way, we can unfold the opposite of Blake's truth and say, there is no greater act than putting yourself before another. Not before another as in coming first, but rather as in opening yourself before another, exposing your essence before another. Only in being this authentic can real kinship be known and real kindness released. It is why we are moved, even if we won't admit it, when strangers let down and show themselves. It is why we stop to help the wounded and the real. When we put ourselves fully before another, it makes love possible, the way stubborn land goes soft before the sea. Wow. That is so perfect. Only in being this authentic can real kinship be known and real kindness released. Put yourself fully before another. Wow. Place a favorite object in front of you this week, and as you breathe, put yourself fully before it and feel what makes it special to you. As you breathe, meditate on the place in you where the specialness comes from. Keep breathing evenly and know this specialness as a kinship between you and your favorite object. During your day, take the time to put yourself fully before something that is new to you, and as you breathe, try to feel your kinship to it. Aw, which is perfect for the new moon. Some of you are laying yourself bare in whatever new this is. New dream, new vision of your reality, a new commitment, a new connection, a new job aspiration, a new hobby, a new goal for your body, mind, spirit. Build it. Build it. There's going to be a lot of joy as a result of it. All right, let's get a final message from the Keepers of the Light. Get one quick shuffle, and then I'll let y'all go have the beautiful weeks that you're about to have. What is the final message, Spirit? Final one, Isis. Good old Isis. Sweet, sweet Isis. Fierce Isis. And what do we talk about when we have the two 10 of Cups and the same reading, y'all? 2 10 of Cups. Magic manifesting. Magic manifesting in this new moon. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. Let's see what she has to say. Mighty Isis. She's one of my guides. I love her dearly. We've had many travels. Many travels. Isis is a strong, smart, and focused Egyptian wing goddess. According to legend, she was able to move from darkness to light and between the underworld, heaven, and earth. For that reason, whenever she comes to us, she will help us move from the hell of our own fear, devil, sideways, into the heaven of our own love, 10 of Cups, twice. She was also able to revive her lover, Osiris, from the dead. And this powerful allegorical story shows how she can help us revive an aspect of our life or a dream that we may have killed off with fear or lack of self-belief. With her magical abilities, Isis will guide us to bring our dreams into reality. You are moving into a space where your dream reality is becoming your outward reality. This is an extremely powerful time, and it's vital to keep focused on the highest good of all. You no longer want to relive your own history and or feel unsupported. Acknowledging where you once were and how you have changed that situation around is a powerful focus of gratitude that will align you with universal abundance. Discipline and commitment are important now. Consider that you are moving between worlds. 6 of Swords. When you daydream or create visions and bring life-enhancing ideas into reality, magic is manifesting all around you. This is exciting. What a beautiful message. Thank you, Spirit, for this beautiful co-creation with the collective. Namaste, everyone. Take care.